timeless reading for Sagittarius. Before I get into your cards, I want to apologize for any loud background noises that might occur during the reading. I have my bird with me in the room and sometimes he's a little bit loud. Right now he's quiet, but that can change very quickly. Maybe I will also use his sounds and emotions to interpret your reading. Let's just see. So your first row is starting with the card Sadness, followed by Asleep, Past, and Autumn. When I pulled these cards, I immediately thought that maybe recently or maybe still you are going through a phase of some kind of depression. For some of you, it might have been some kind of loss of a person or a situation. But for many, I feel like it is just in general a depression, sadness about how life sometimes just is. We are mortal. There is war in the world. There is, a lot of negative things in the world and in people's minds. Also in people's emotions. And sometimes it's not easy to be alive. It's just present here in this reading, but it's a very positive reading. I can say when I'm looking at your cards, sitting in front of your cards, it gives me a very slowed down feeling. Something is becoming very harmonious and silent. There is a lot of silent after sadness. For some of you, the cards in the upper row, they mean that in the recent past, you've been sleeping a lot because maybe you didn't know what to do with yourself, or because emotionally everything was very stressful, or maybe if you took some kind of antidepressants, they made you feel very sleepy, but that's in the past. You could have been through this phase since autumn, like from autumn to spring or summer. It feels like a quite long period of time that you've been through this kind of depression or sadness. But all of this is fading out. We have a second row here below. I'm going into that one later. For the other group of you, I feel like the card Asleep indicates that this is what soon will come. It will soon come a phase of good sleep, good rest. Maybe you felt sleepless for quite a while. Some people, when they are sad or depressed, they sleep a lot. Other people, when they are sad and depressed and stressed, they cannot sleep at all. So it's very different for people. So in the second group, I feel like you had no rest and sleep at all. And this will improve very soon. There's also something about someone leaving your life during your phase of improvement, when you emotionally and mentally start to stabilize again. You are waving goodbye to someone or several people, but I feel it's not with a lot of negativity or sadness. It's just with a lot of acceptance, like something is very natural. It's just a natural thing to say goodbye, like when your children grow up and they move out, or if you are the child, you might move out. It could also be an elderly person dying in their 90s or something. It's a very natural thing. Something is very, very natural. It's just the flow of life. It's nature. Something is very in tune with the environment, very in tune with biology. After the first row, there's a lot of positive energy, and as I said already, even the first row is not super negative. It is like a soothing energy. You are finding rest and silence after whatever kind of struggle you've been through. The second row starts with sustainability, good childhood and summer. The sustainability card actually, yes, it can literally speak of sustainability, like realizing what is important, what can last, what you should focus on, what you give importance to, instead of situations and people that are quickly exchanged or that quickly just change in general. Like you put a lot of time, effort, energy, money into something and then it doesn't last. Thinking about that and finding a good way for you to filter out what is sustainable, or maybe just realizing that you have a lot of things, you have built a lot of things and relationships in your life that are already very sustainable. That is one aspect of the card, but I also feel like there is something about garden work or just working with plants that is very important for you, working with the elements and also working with what is given to you day by day, like not trying to plan too much, which is actually the opposite of sustainability, ironically, or it seems to be the opposite. But just going with what the day might bring. Does the day bring rain? Does the day bring sun? And then always vary from day to day. Or if you go to the supermarket, instead of going there with a grocery list, deciding that today I want to make cucumber salad and banana bread and this and that and potatoes with peas or whatever. And then you go to the supermarket and you realize, oh, actually they have a lot of very cheap and good regional food. So maybe I will just not buy what's on my list, but I will just be very spontaneous and take the spontaneous offer because I can save money for myself, and I also support farmers of the environment, something like that. You just like waking up excited every day and seeing what life brings you and making the best out of it without planning too much. It's another kind of sustainability. We have a good card here. Everything will be good. That just as simple as that. It's just what it feels like. The sadness will fade out and the meaningfulness of the small things in life, they will come back. We have the childhood card here. I feel like for most of you, it mainly means this is your own childhood. Often traumatic topics come up from childhood, but not here. I feel like it's more a positive memory from childhood or a positive quality that you had as a child. Not a childish quality, just a positive quality or character trait that you used to have as a child that you will rediscover, or some kind of hobby that you had as a child and you can still pursue as an adult. There's also something about being very playful. I apologize for my bird. He's making loud noises and they might now not sound very beautiful to the human ear, but he's very, very cheerful and happy right now. He's playing very much at ease, so I would like to include that into your reading. Something is, and he's very young, not even a year old. So this is a childlike and open and playful and interested energy here. We have summer. It's a timeless reading, but I'm reading it during May, so it's almost summer here in Germany. So maybe that's an indication for you that from fall to summer, things will start to improve again. Your mood will get better, life will get better, you will heal. And if this reading finds you during winter, it might just mean that maybe it's time for a vacation, maybe escaping from cold weather, traveling to some kind of island. It's actually very simple here, your reading. There's not a lot of stuff going on. It's just mainly, I feel really, really calm. I did not feel that calm before I started your reading. I felt a little bit annoyed and agitated today. But since I'm sitting here with your reading, like it's so still, like my whole body is just slowing down, my heart rate is slowing down. And here we have it at the bottom of the deck, we have health. There might be an improvement of that as well. Below that we have spring. Life is blossoming, life is getting warmer, the environment is becoming more alive, and yeah, maybe you will feel inspired to improve your diet or pick up some healthy activities. It might just come naturally to you. Okay, I'm gonna pull some health and lifestyle cards for you as well. You can interpret these cards for yourself. Discipline, balm, sunlight. Just one thing I have in mind that I want to talk about here is, because I was wondering, like these two cards, they have a very sharp energy, which is the opposite of your main reading, but then comes sunlight. So maybe this is something that you want to work on. Maybe you have a tendency to be slightly too disciplined, and maybe the bomb is just a metaphor for a very explosive and tense energy, a dangerous energy, and maybe this is just all lightening up here in terms of darkness and brightness, but also lightening up in terms of heavy and light energy. Okay, we have sleep here again, so that seems to be very important. We have DJ, tidy, clean, teeth, apple. Again, we have two apples here. Meds, I mentioned them. One more, socialize. Okay. And at the bottom we have shopping. Now the sarcastic animal cards. The dolphin, I'm friendly, but I can kill a shark. The sloth, I'm lazy and I know it. The hippo, I'm a hypocrite. Zebra, I'm extravagant and untamable. The last two, pigeon, I haven't finished this card, but actually I've been thinking about something like how pigeons are misunderstood, like they are called flying rats because it is said that they are so filthy. At least that's what German people say, like pigeon are, they carry a lot of bacteria, but actually they are very gentle and smart beings. I think I couldn't, just what I said, it was very hard for me to put it into one small sentence, so I still have to work on this card. Maybe it also has a meaning that maybe you have some unfinished ideas, creations lying around that you want to keep working on. Okay, the last one is B, I'm always busy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, bottom of the deck, the wild boar, try me. So that's it. Thank you for watching.